My God, so the Trump verdict is in, and Trump is found guilty. So there's a lot going on astrologically, and I also want to point out the fact that what goes on in the cosmos is also happening here on planet Earth as well. So just to note over here, we have Donald Trump's natal chart. Donald Trump was born on June 14th, 1946 at 10:54 a.m. in Jamaica, Queens, and that makes him a Gemini, Sun, Moon in Sagittarius, and his ascendant is in the fire sign of Leo. So getting back to his chart over here, the thing that I want to note is that Donald Trump was actually born under the energy of a lunar eclipse, and here's where we can see that. So see the top of my head here? That's his sun in the sign of Gemini at 22 degrees, and this is his something called his north node. Now the nodes of the moon, we call them our lunar nodes, are what we experience as eclipse cycles. So when we get the sun and moon within a specific degree of the nodes, so within 30 degrees, that dictates whether we have partial or lunar eclipses. So he is a total lunar, and by lunar I mean he was born, and we have his north node here at the top of my head at 20 degrees of Gemini, and then we move down here, and here's his moon at 21 degrees Sagittarius. That means his south node is directly opposite at 20 degrees, and because they are so close, he is literally a total lunar full moon eclipse baby. Now I also want to note that Uranus, right here, top of my head, is also in Gemini, and we call this a stellium because it's 3 points or more conjunct, meaning aligned in the same sign. So this is a conjunction. Conjunctions, certain astrologers will say that conjunctions are within 10 degrees. Some prefer to keep a very tight orb, and this is a very nice tight orb. So we have 22 degree sun aligned with the north node, aligned with Uranus, and because it's a solar conjunction, he is a Kazemi. So he actually has a very powerful chart, and I am not on any political side of any sort when I'm looking at this. I'm literally looking at just his chart. So when it comes to his sentencing today, I meant to say verdict. This MC right here at 24 degrees Taurus opens up what's called his 10th house. So that's his life purpose. And his life purpose aligns with this lunar eclipse. So his Sagittarius lunar eclipse chart with his sun in Gemini is what makes him him. And when he went through his administration, we were also experiencing the solar and lunar eclipses between the sign of Gemini and Sagittarius. So he literally is the eclipse embodied. So we're going to get more into the detail of this midheaven right here. Midheaven is the opening, the door of his life path and life purpose, and it just so happens that today Mercury and Uranus for us all by transit are right up here. Tomorrow we're going to have an exact alignment at 24 degrees of Taurus, but today Uranus is at 24 degrees of Taurus, and tomorrow Mercury and Uranus are conjunct in exact alignment at 24 degrees of Taurus. So Mercury rules communications, but it's news that's coming in for all of us. So in this case, a lot of what's going on is 1000% beyond infinity meant to be. And let's just look at the fact that he is a Gemini sun conjunct the North Node conjunct Uranus. He is literally Uranus embodied, which is the planet of chaos and disruption, and this is meant to all be happening at this time. Now, I also want to note the fact that during his sentencing hearings on July the 11th, we're also going to have Venus, the planet of love, but also creativity and money, entering the sign of Leo. It's going to be in his 12th house, so this is a spiritual development in his life. And also Mars, the god of war, is gonna be right up on his midheaven, which is about action. So today we actually have an energy of an alignment between Mars and Chiron, which is that of a wound in battle, a battle wound, if you want to say, however that's going to be interpreted. Again, this is a politically neutral reading. So that battle wound took place near his 8th and ninth house. I'm leaning more towards his 8th house here, which is about karma. So all of this is about a karmic shift. So how I would interpret this neutrally as an astrologer is he's holding a sacred mirror to our generational changes in society. And that's how I'm going to interpret it astrologically. Thank you for watching. I'm Christy. I'm going to be back with more videos, especially related to the sentencing as well as the upcoming election season.